Hi everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 17, live fan reactions. Yes, we wanted to get our group together, talk about tonight's episode. I know we did a little bit of a preview without, some of the people watched it, some people were going off the spoiler notes, and you can't really get the full gist of it until you see the episode. I will tell you, it was a good episode. Certainly good to be back into The Walking Dead. Didn't feel like a premiere, but it kind of got you into a little bit of the backstory, and then good action at the end of it. And then I think Talking Dead just kind of gave us a little bit of that, good and bad, gave us some good information. There were a couple things with Talking Dead that I got to be honest with you, I wasn't totally comfortable with. We'll talk about that tonight. But Tim, that's a little high there, buddy. I'm not giving it a 9.5. I will tell you that. I think a good solid 8 to kind of get back into the flow. But no, I mean, when I think 9.5s and 10s, I think some of the best episodes in the history of The Walking Dead, and this was not one of the best episodes in the history of The Walking Dead. Your scale might be a little bit jaded there, but maybe you're hungry. Maybe you're hungry for some Walking Dead, and that made it go up a little bit higher. So we know that we'll have a few more people log on. If you guys are new to our streams, then you'll know we're pretty candid. We talk about it. We're fans of the show. We obviously love the show, but we want to break it down. We want to open it up. I saw some really good things with the Maggie dynamic with Negan, and also I thought the interview with Lauren Cohan. I think it solidified a lot of what we talked about for the last year. To know that this is just not going to be a walk in the park for her to come back, and that they're going to get along. In fact, they may never coexist. It kind of felt that way. Kind of felt that, especially with the whole leather jacket thing, we'll jump into that. So we did not put the stream up well in advance, so there was no warning that we were going to do it. So I think a few people will log on sporadically. This is not going to be a super long video. Just want to get some immediate thoughts and see what you guys thought about it. So as we get more and more people log in, I see some 7s. Let me go ahead and ask the question formally for all the Walking Dead fans. I see Michael Curie says 8. Give me your score. Let's score it. That's the way we usually break it down. And then we go into some different details of the show and talk about why it could be a little bit higher, maybe a little bit less. I see Michael's right there with me. I gave it an 8. I thought it was good. It was certainly good to have The Walking Dead back. Julia giving it a 7. Busy Bee 7.8. Kel an 8. Amy, moderators. Moon 7. Same range. Diana C 8. Jim an 8. I mean, it wasn't bad. I think that's the thing is a lot of times we think something's got to be a 9 or a 10 in order to entertain us, and it absolutely does not. Let me tell you the things that I really liked about it, and certainly it was good seeing Herschel back. Knowing that they were going to find Herschel, I guess there's some things when you know the spoilers or you've seen bits and pieces of it early, that's probably a moment that you probably didn't want to know it was going to happen. So let me just start with, I think there's 2 big themes here, right? There's Maggie and Negan, but then the other big theme is going to be these Reapers. So let me get your thought of the Reapers. New, scary, exciting, or, oh my God, here are the Saviors coming at you again. We need to know more about the Reapers, and I know that it's always, you got to fear the kind of the smart humans, but to me, it certainly felt like there was some intent. You see the Reaper pick Daryl up and just throw him up against the tree? I don't even think Beta did that to Daryl. So this Reaper handled Daryl easier than Beta did. But, it it did start to make sense. I know earlier in the week when we talked about it, somebody in a zombie apocalypse is willing to kind of use the suicide grenade, blow themselves up. What are they hiding? It seemed a little unrealistic, but when I saw it tonight, I will tell you, it seemed a little bit more believable watching it. Like, this guy he's trained that way. Like, it almost felt like he lives for this moment. I'm not going to let you torture me. I'm not going to tell you about people I know. It's just easier at this point to go away. So earlier in the week, I wasn't sure how I felt about it because I hadn't seen it yet. But watching it did make a little bit more sense. Scarface, I agree with that. So I'm glad you weren't the only one. And I hate to say it in like a gross, morbid type of way. Didn't you guys expect Maggie to get a little bit more stuff on her? That doesn't sound right at all, but you understand what I'm saying. It seemed like as close as they were, that they would like literally be wearing that. It was all over the place, so it couldn't hit Maggie from like 4 feet away. It's funny as fans, like the things that we look for. All right, and I'll try not to get the Reaper said something about Pope somebody. Like he said a Pope and then a name. But that scene with the Reaper throwing Daryl, that was with intent. There were two bold things they did tonight that are going to make us think about the future of The Walking Dead. And I think one is they kept saying tonight, even on Talking Dead, watch out for these Reapers. Watch out. They're going to be super tough. So they're planting the seeds that this is the next. This is not just a group that's going to be in passing. This is going to be the group that is formidable enemies again. So I do have to ask. I hate even asking. Any chance Negan would fit in with the Reapers? I mean, doesn't this seem like Negan's kind of guys? And there's a lot of them, and they're strong, and they're evil. Any chance Negan says, peace out, I don't like this normal lifestyle? So the Reaper storyline is going to be a big storyline, and we can't escape it. We can't escape the Maggie Negan looks back and forth. The way he just kind of glared when she walked by. I just don't see any world where the two of them ever bury the hatchet. I mean, Negan was going to bury the hatchet in Carl's arm. Yeah, Brent, even on Talking Dead, they covered that pretty clearly. Like, Negan does have a soft spot for kids, but that doesn't mean he's going to be the Alexandria babysitter. Like, Negan's daycare, I can get along with kids, but if you're an adult, you're always going to be looking over your shoulder, or I'm going to be rebellious. So there's no doubt that he likes kids. There's no doubt that how does that work itself out, though? Does Maggie even, okay, let me ask it this way. Does Maggie even dare let Herschel get to know Negan? How does that work out? Herschel, this man here he's from Alexandria, and he beat your dad's skull in and danced around in his truck headlights for about 15 minutes celebrating the fact that he did that. There's no chance. Even if Maggie found a way to accept what he did, the Maggie Herschel dynamic, she will never allow him to be a part of Negan. Judith is certainly going to be a peacemaker. And I think Judith can be the reason why Maggie doesn't kill Negan. But no to Herschel. If you need additional insight into it, did you guys catch Lauren on Talking Dead when she said the leather jacket was one thing, and they intentionally put that there to let you know that there's that continued rift? So that was important. But the other thing that was really important is where a lot of people said, I thought it was good for her to say that, because in some of our streams, we've had people say, well, Maggie spared him. And Lauren said tonight, she's like, she didn't spare him. She left him in the cell to rot in hell. So think about that for a minute. She had to get away from him. She left him there for the mere purpose of letting him rot to death. And now she's back, and she's got her son there. I don't see a scenario where it happens. And I could take this like we have done before. Even if, it's such a big hole. It's such a big hole that they've dug with Negan and killing Glenn. Abraham never was a big deal. That death, I think it was kind of, you killed ours, we killed yours. But, last season we talked about Negan could save a dog, he could save Judith. So Michonne doesn't want to kill him. Okay, I get that. But even if the Reapers kidnap Herschel and Negan saves Herschel, like, we could have a whole checklist of all these things that Negan has done. And at this point, I don't think he needs to redeem himself anymore. I just think it's the fact of the matter. He killed Alpha. He saved the group. He did all these things. He's fine. He's fine with all of us. Never going to be fine with Maggie. So, and I know a couple of you said this in the last stream that we did. It just seems like I think it's time for him to fly. And I do think that'll be kind of the ultimate Negan concession. All right, so let me ask you guys this question. Real question. If Negan is truly reformed, should Negan leave Alexandria just to make things easier on Maggie and Herschel? What do you guys think about that scenario? Wouldn't that actually show? Because even if he's not doing anything intentional, you know it has an effect on her. So if you know it has an effect on her seeing you and affects the way that you raise your son, well, Uncle Mo, Maggie's probably not leaving. And not because the character shouldn't leave, just because we know they brought her back for a reason. So it doesn't seem realistic they brought her back for a few episodes just to have her leave. So I understand the character side of it, but also we've got the fact that we know a little bit more, we can dig down and say we can probably come to some conclusions. But again, they just finished the Whispers. They have the Reapers. So what makes a little bit more sense is, and it's going to seem a little bit like deja vu. Negan just saved the group from the Whispers by killing Alpha. Maggie was not there to experience that. But did you guys catch this? And I want you guys to read between the lines a little bit. Did you catch Angela Kang talking about how strong Maggie is, and then the Reapers actually made her leave? Did you guys catch that? That was not a random comment. So the fact that she chose to go in that direction with her comment tells you what we need to know about Maggie and Negan dynamic. So Maggie's group was in a bad situation. Maggie was overpowered. They forced them to leave. So here you go again, probably needing the help of Negan. Do you guys think that's a realistic scenario? Is that Negan is the type of dirty fighter that Maggie will need to partner with in order to save Herschel and the community? So we've seen this story before, and we're probably going to see it again. And it gives us 3 different scenarios. Scenario A, Negan is a traitor. Negan joins the Reapers. Probably not going to happen, because we've already had something similar where he was straddling the line between joining the Whispers and staying with the group. The fact that he killed Alpha really drew him back to the group and got him some acceptance. Look, he's not the most popular guy in Alexandria, but he is almost respected for what he was able to do. Even Carol said it. Carol said, we needed him. You know, he had to go in and do this. What would have happened to us if he wouldn't? So there's that. That's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, he helps Maggie, he helps Daryl. They partner together, fight together, beat the Reapers. And that's a likely outcome. But scenario number 3, I feel like it's going to be one or the other. Number 1, The show has one more season. So, Negan, I'm almost 100%. Negan either dies or leaves. I don't see this group staying together rebuilding Alexandria. I think with the show going in a different direction, there's got to be either some finality to the Negan story or some new horizon to the Negan story. But either way, this I can promise you, we're not going to do an Alexandria spinoff where they decide 2 years from now, the life of Alexandria. This is what's going on today. With Daryl and Carol going off in a different direction, Negan is either going to do the same or the Negan story comes to a tragic ending. I just don't think there's a... Yeah, I agree, Ray. I think... And if there is Uncle Mo, if there is a spinoff for Negan, then certainly him leaving makes the most sense. Because otherwise it wouldn't be a spinoff, right? It would just be Walking Dead Alexandria season 13, 14, 15. If there's karma in the Walking Dead universe, Negan will meet up with Morgan in Texas. Everybody meets up in Texas. You got Dwight, you got Sherry, you got Morgan. I mean, they all just find each other in one of the largest states with no walkie-talkies or telephones. But, I mean, certainly. Look, I'm excited about it. I think that it was a good way to sort of get back into the mix. Moonshot says Negan say, okay, come on. And Jason, I'm not going to disagree with you. But I will say, it's all too familiar, right? Negan saves Maggie and Herschel somehow. Negan, oh, so you think Elijah? Herschel or Elijah? Well, Cole or Elijah, I don't think either one will kill Negan. Now, I'm going to say right now, I would watch that. In fact, if Sherry, look, Sherry doesn't want any part of Dwight right now. Sherry's got her own group. So how many people would watch The Misadventures of Negan and Dwighty Boy? That would make a better spinoff than Carol and Daryl. I would probably watch The Misadventures of Negan and Dwighty Boy. That would probably be my number one Walking Dead show. I would rate it over Carol and Daryl. I would rate it over Fear. And I would rate it above the other one that I only watched 2 episodes of. That is only good to find out if we're going to get any more Rick Grimes clues. You know what? It'd be entertaining. And Dwight, I think Dwight, after Sherry leaves him, I think the Dwight and Negan relationship, Dwight might be one of the few people that could laugh at his jokes and accept him. Well, you know what? We got a few more episodes, but again, tonight to me was it felt good, and it's good seeing some of the dynamics, and I do think it's only going to get better from tonight. And look, I'm not saying tonight was bad. I thought tonight was good, but I do think that there's going to be some great episodes in store for the remainder of the season. So with that, everybody, just want to do a quick reaction video. We're going to keep these a little bit quicker, under 30 minutes. Want to get everybody together, get your immediate spark, interest, conversation, dialogue. Leave it in the comments as well. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Join us all during the week. We will have random Walking Dead streams. We'll also have Play Dead live streams. We got a little bit of something for everybody. Awesome to see all of you guys back. Give this video a thumbs up, and we will see our gamers tomorrow night on Monday night, and we'll see you guys during the week for a little bit more Walking Dead. Thanks for all you guys do. Enjoy, and hey, how about let's take it out with a little bit of Play Dead Live and a salute to some of our Play Dead Live players and some of our dancers. This is the crazy dance video. If you guys don't know what this is about, check us out on Friday night. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.
I got no enemy greater, any enemy greater than me. And if ever a traitor to myself I be. I'm pushing the limits, I'm testing my luck. And just like a letter, I will self-destruct. Traitor to myself I be. Internal combustion, chewing the leash, severe repercussions at the very